According to a survey by PE Corporate Services, 38% of corporate respondents are opposed to e-tolling, but only in principle. For more on that, we are joined in studio by CEO Melanie Trollip. Thank you so much for making time to see us. 38%, not the majority, but it is most compared to those who are not opposed. But when you compare that to those who chose to be neutral, which is 40%, it would appear that, again, there's indication that business is not willing to stand up to the government if 40% chose not to be on either side of the debate. Your thoughts on that?
I think the survey was conducted very close to the the official introduction of the e-tolling, and I think they didn't actually think that it would be implemented at the end of last year. So they haven't formed an official corporate opinion on the matter just yet. It's only those organizations, the small portion, about 20%, 17 to 20%, that have officially already implemented policies and practices around e-tolling. The rest is adopting a wait-and-see attitude, and they will obviously now be looking at formalizing policies around the issue.
And when you get into logistics, how many companies did you survey over what period?
We sent out the questionnaire to about 600 to 800 organizations. In the short time frame, it was a snapshot survey to just assess what organizations are doing. About 100 organizations responded in a period of 3 weeks. It was conducted over the December period as well. So we will be conducting follow-up surveys to track the trends and to report that back to the market, because everybody's interested in what organizations are doing in terms of formalizing policies.
And of course, in the survey, it also shows that, in fact, 54% said they would absorb the costs related to e-tolling instead of passing that on to the consumer. Should consumers feel relieved about that, or should they continue to feel like corporate South Africa sold out because they are the ones who are most buying these tags?
I think in a lot of cases people don't understand what the impact, they haven't assessed exactly what the cost is going to be, the cost implication to the business. So it's very difficult for them to say they're going to pass it on to the consumer or they're going to absorb it. I think only once they understand the cost impact, then they will start making very pertinent decisions around it. Because only 25% of organizations has built something into their budgets at this stage for the current year.
And they did say, in fact, according to the survey, most of them did say they would wait it out for a year to see how the system progresses before they could really have a clear indication of the costs or the implications. From what you've done now for your next survey, are you able to kind of get an idea of what the feel is at the moment of the e-toll system?
I think most organizations feel the need or they see the necessity of utilizing the improved infrastructure. I think it's not about opposing eTolls, for example. It is about how they're going to deal with the costs. Some said that it would be about 2% of their payroll costs. I think it's all in terms of the uncertainty around what the cost impact is going to be, and then they will be able to make the decisions around how they're going to deal with it, what they're going to put into their policies, how they're going to reimburse employees for that additional cost. At the moment, a fair proportion of organizations say they will reimburse 100% of the e-toll fees, and others are saying that they're only going to reimburse 50 to 75% of the fees.
And lastly, Melanie, of the 100 who did respond to the survey within the given period, how many of them indicated that they have bought e-tags?
That's a very difficult question. We haven't asked that specifically from a corporate point of view. I know your larger corporates that have fleet cars and so on, they would have registered. I think a fair proportion of them would have registered. If you look at industries, for example, the car rental businesses, I think the majority of those have actually registered their fleets. It's your smaller organizations, small to medium organizations that don't have a corporate fleet as such, but the employees have access to company cars. They haven't registered yet.
Melanie, thank you so much for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
Melanie Trollip is, of course, the CEO of PE Corporate Services.